Daily Horoscope for January 12, 2018. Aries. Your couple life might seem like four seasons. There are ups and downs which remain more or less harmonious cycles. Up to you to see the one which requires you to make a little more effort. This should be easy to detect because this is when you need to be cautious and make the right efforts. Be careful and don't run up against harsh realities which aren't always in keeping with your desires. If there is cruel disillusionment, you're going to give in. However, you have enough resources to take things into consideration and put things which aren't working out into perspective. You dart from one idea to another, without actually getting to the bottom of things. Your entourage enjoys this, but it irritates them too. Some people use your skills and get what they want. Careful and don't let yourself get overused. You need to be valued for the knowledge you impart, it's important for your career. Taurus, if you've been trying your best to fulfill your partner's needs and desires until now, you will decide that enough is enough today. You will not be afraid to disagree with them, which of course could trigger arguments and heated exchanges under your roof. Don't worry, they will not last long at all. My single friend, you will feel strongly attracted to someone from a completely different background to yours today. Slightly problematic, especially if your social statuses couldn't be more different. Your family won't really like you dating someone like them. If you're brave enough to introduce that person to your loved ones, it is. You're very sensitive to your surroundings today. You hate it when it's noisy around you. Seek a peaceful environment to rest in. This Friday, try not to overestimate your skills or ability to deal with stress in the workplace. Mars putting you under a lot of pressure could make you feel like staying away from the trickiest of tasks. Gemini, you both know that relationships are about give and take and are willing to make some sacrifices and compromises for the greater good of your relationship. You will succeed in finding some common ground today, and it will help to get your relationship back on track. A vacation or romantic weekend away is just what the doctor ordered. You'll meet a number of people over the course of the day and you'll want to get to know them better. The Mars-Chiron trine is encouraging you to keep your options open. You're the Don Juan of the zodiac and you've certainly got the pick of the bunch. Someone from a different country or walk of life will make you think twice about what you really want from love. Dissonances from the sun are turning you into a first-class hypochondriac. A mere paper cut will have you running to the doctors. Mars and Chiron are joining forces in your sky and helping your career to get back on track. You're more determined than ever to succeed and won't take no for an answer. You're getting on like a house on fire with your colleagues and they're helping you to meet that all-important deadline. Cancer, your other half won't really say anything about your behavior, but his or her body language will tell a completely different story. You're too busy having fun to notice how angry they actually are. Push your other half too far and they will snap. Don't fight back if he or she criticizes your attitude this Friday. You've probably deserved it. It's better to find out the true nature of a potential suitor now rather than after you've settled down in a relationship with them. What a lucky escape. You couldn't live with someone so boring who, to top it all off, is always suspecting you of cheating on them. You're not happy about being single, but you can be proud of yourself for making the right decision. You don't feel too bad, in spite of intermittent breathing difficulties. Remember to keep your windows open at home. You feel under a huge amount of pressure in this domain. Your bosses keep asking you for more. You go from meeting to meeting and are expected to work harder than ever before. The last thing you want is to let any of your collaborators down. Such a positive approach will pay off. Leo, Neptune is momentarily blurring your ideas in your emotional life. You don't really know what you want. If you're married, you're having a hard time finding balance with your partner. Be very clear when it comes to your partner so that you avoid misunderstandings. Take a step back, it's beneficial in such situations. Under the fiery rays of the sun, you're going to increase your powers of seduction and raise heartbeats as you go along. This star gives you magnetism and charisma which will make you irresistibly charming. You'll get many opportunities. Highlight your charm, a little makeover and you're on. If you do sports, Don't forget your breathing so that you can control your stress. Even if the things that are taking shape in front of you don't boost your motivation, the inner fire animating you feeds on other things to trigger promising enthusiasm, and this causes admiration around you. Virgo, the presence of the Venus-Uranus square is not necessarily a bad thing, despite how it may first seem. Venus is joining forces with the Sun and Pluto, and your relationship is reaping the benefits. You'll pluck up the courage to try out new things in the bedroom and will wonder why you didn't put your inhibitions to one side sooner. You could get used to this. You're sick of meaningless flings and one-night stands and finally feel ready for a serious relationship. The stars are on your side and will help you to make your dreams come true today. Nevertheless, your ex is still playing on your mind, and you need to turn that page once and for all before getting involved with someone new. Your diet needs some urgent attention. Digestive problems are your body's way of telling you something is amiss. You're finally putting your thoughts into action today. Your creative energies know no bounds, and you're no opposed to taking a risk or two either, as long as it gets the job done. Dear Virgo, your nerves of steel will be your saving grace today. Libra, you're sick and tired of sitting on the sidelines when it comes to your relationship and will vow to take matters into your own hands today. Revenge is a dish best served cold, as they say, and you've got plenty of tricks up your sleeve. Your partner has not been showing you the respect you deserve recently, and they are about to get a nasty taste of their own medicine. You've developed a tit-for-tat attitude when it comes to love. The Venus-Uranus square is bringing out your spiteful side and convincing you that, because you have been hurt in the past, it is okay to treat your new love interests like a piece of garbage. It's not their fault that your ex left you brokenhearted. The Sun-Uranus square is sending your hormones all over the place. A trip to the doctors wouldn't do you any harm. Problems in your personal life are spilling over into your professional life and preventing you from concentrating on your projects. You've got a lot on your plate, and the Venus-Uranus square is leaving you unable to cope with the pressure. Scorpio, your personalities will clash today. You will find your other half less open to dialogue than usual. On the other hand, you really struggle to accept anyone disagreeing with you at the minute. Those misunderstandings won't threaten your union, but you and your partner both have to learn how to compromise sooner rather than later. Not being able to find someone who's right for you is making you extremely sad. You've had enough of looking for love, but you don't want to remain single for any longer. Take a seat back on the sentimental front. Have faith in your destiny. Life may have a beautiful surprise in store for you in this domain. You feel dynamic one minute and exhausted the next. You could find it difficult to find the right balance between the two today. You always work to the best of your ability, and today will be no exception. Inspiring and efficient, you know how to make your voice heard in the workplace. You could be trusted to take care of an important mission or to lead a group project this Friday. Sagittarius, it's probably when you desire it the least that little tensions in your couple emerge. This being said, don't worry, as your arguments make sense if you use them wisely and at the right time. But for pity's sake, avoid being tactless. There is some hastiness at times and some disorder as far as your intentions are concerned, and it's a pity because they are noble but are poorly perceived and devalued compared to your true feelings. At times you might express great sensitivity in relation with some serious current events. Some professional constraints are oppressive more than others, and you won't get the chance to feel sorry for yourself when you won't be able to take it anymore. If you get the chance to do sports, go for it, as it'll be a great natural remedy. Capricorn, your couple is a delight for the eyes. Your friends won't be mistaken when they invite both of you and introduce you to other friends, proud to present a long-lasting couple. You could testify the ground you've covered as you've been through difficult moments. But feelings manage to get the upper hand and not events. Buddy Capricorn, you don't mind celibacy. However, equipped with irresistible seduction, you'll decide to seduce the person you like. You'll know exactly what to do. It won't look like much, but you'll make your move in a great way and it'll work. Here's a really promising end to the week and a beginning to the weekend. Don't let your emotions make you take action in a thoughtless manner or say things you'll regret immediately after. You'll yearn to show your capacities through another angle. You might embark on a new adventure, as you'll hold all the cards in hand to succeed. The Saturn-Mercury conjunction will accentuate your intellectual capacities and increase your focus. It's all good. Aquarius, your partner has a string of questions for you, but you're doing your best to change the subject. You know you've got some explaining to do and are trying to buy yourself some thinking time. The Mercury-Uranus sextile isn't helping matters by encouraging your defiant attitude. You'd rather deny all knowledge of the facts than own up to your wrongdoings. Are you sure you're really single? With the way you've been acting with a certain someone, you can forgive us for wondering. You've been getting on like a house on fire with someone new and can't take your eyes off each other, let alone your hands for that matter. Uranus has gotten under your skin and is making you act without thinking through the consequences. The Moon-Neptune square is causing your energy levels to plummet. You'll struggle to put one foot in front of the other. The arrival of the Mercury-Uranus sextile is helping you to calm the tensions at work and act as the mediator between your colleagues. Your boss has noticed your skills of diplomacy and is considering making you head of a team. Pisces, criticizing some of your mutual friends could lead to a huge row with your partner today. Stop calling one of other half's best buddies all kinds of names simply because he or she seems to be going on a date with someone new every other day. Hearing your lover defending their actions will reawaken your fear of being cheated on or dumped for somebody else. You shouldn't have tried to talk about a sensitive issue affecting your latest crush. But how could you have known? It's too late, so please stop saying you meant well. You're truly getting on their nerves. You two will find it impossible to communicate this Friday. Forget about having fun with that person, move on to your target. Avoid spas or swimming pools. They're a breeding ground for germs. You can't afford to be bedridden this weekend. You will finally be granted the permission to launch an important project today. You're so happy to see all the trust that has been put in you in the workplace. Your bosses have faith in you and in your abilities.